All right, Coach, it is a warm and pretty picturesque late summer afternoon at Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hey, pick your 80 weapon. Hey, orbit. 56, the mock boys. 56. Check. Let's go. Let's go.
And an alley to run. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Hey, box truck, box truck. You draw corkers.
49, check 49, check 49.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DeAndre Hopkins, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
He's got daylight, the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley, 64 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Topper!
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch switch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Greystone travel.
Jim.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 55. Hey, echo. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's forced out right, and this will be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And now this pass brought in by Brown. Room here to run. And he's a long way. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
55.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here I come again.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey.
2nd and 11. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike.
Looking to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards that time and a Washington first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got this.
End of the first quarter with the score Bengals 10, Redskins 7.
Let's go. Check 37.
Mike 55. Mike Right there in the middle. 55. All day, baby, all day. Hey, hey, watch this, watch this. Alert flare, alert flare.
Barkley. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check right. Watch 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Odom. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Dudes, off, dudes.
Off play action. Odom. He's going to fire one deep. Middle into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
55, Mike 55. Get it.
They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They run again on first down. Cook. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get the ball. Hey, Wahoo! Protein spill. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 6 man. Check curls. Check go. Check go.
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. 3 bud. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. All day, punt. Go. Ready.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Ready, break.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
22 jet bomber. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. This is Cook. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Sammy Watkins, 34 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's third down. Off the play fake. Odom. The open man is Chark. It's complete. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Redskins.
A first down carry for Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's McGee. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down now, it's McGee. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's McGee. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. From the gun, Odom. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will find his man on the outside. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, it's a 6, pull it, out. Check 31, check 31.
From the gun on third down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first and 10, Odom. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
10-2 stop. 6-6. Pull it high. Spot. Bravo.
26-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Five.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Letting one go deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Five.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
51 to Mike.
Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Come on. Go, Mike 51.
Hit it.
Second and 14. Got a man. It's Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. He may try and run for this. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a fourth here. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think
and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This is taken at the 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DeAndre Hopkins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Back to throw. Odom eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Emmanuel Agba able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw. Odom under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
56, Mike.
On 4th down, Odom is going to fire one deep open, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for the offense. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Throwing on first down. Odom flush to his right. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. 2nd and 5. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. 18 games. Watch the screen.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And some room to work. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
The 13-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Bring it. 56 to Mike. Get it.
He'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
We got this.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Bullock good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
17. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.